Hello, collective. Welcome to one of my favorite places on earth, Red Rock Canyon here in Las Vegas. There is something so peaceful here, and I just love it. So, big message coming through for me on my entire drive here. I just saw 2122, which just came out on the reading I posted before I left. So if you haven't seen that, you might want to take a look. Maybe this is connected. We'll see. When I got in my car, the letter B was standing out to me. I saw it everywhere. So then I started paying attention to things like the license plates. And so I started seeing B, D, E, V, G, all these sounding the same. Then I saw 3 cars in a row, their license plate had a Z. So Z times 3 made me think of like snoozing, sleeping, resting. So possibly something. And when I was coming here, I almost felt like I was having this out-of-body experience because the downloads were coming so fast. So it was almost like I'm here in my car and I'm driving and I'm aware, and yet I was aware of everything. So maybe you're feeling that way. Maybe that's something you're experiencing. Then the song Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears came on. Again, the B. Then I heard the song Cry For Me by The Weeknd. And what stood out was cry for me like I cried for you. So this feels like you and another energy, or you and another side of self, a past side of self. Then as I'm here, I saw this vehicle. I thought, oh, I really like that. What is that? And it was a Range Rover Defender. So and I just saw 230 on the timer. So 21, 22, 23. There's very strong winds. So you might be feeling defensive or have been defending yourself against these strong winds that are coming at you. I saw a Mustang in front of me, and which made me think of horses. I had a 66 Mustang back in the day, probably when I was about 21. Yeah, a little bit before that, through that time period anyway. And I loved that car. I loved it so much. It was a convertible, a red car, black interior, convertible, and I felt so free when I was in that car, and the top would be down and just out going for a cruise. I absolutely loved it. And the location that I'm at tends to be one of those places where people come to congregate on the weekends with their really nice cars, fast cars, motorcycles, and it seems like I'm hearing the word respite, a rest stop, a place to take a break. So that goes along with those Z's. And then on the way out here, as soon as I got into the mountain area, looking at all the vastness out here, the song Wide Open Spaces started playing in my head. As soon as I pulled in, I saw there's a turquoise Lamborghini parked out here. And then as I parked, I happened to look over, and they had opened the doors, and it looked like a car from the future, like a future flying space car. I don't know, that was the impression I had. And it's like open and ready to take flight. Also on the drive here, a red Mustang in front of me passed a white Mustang coming this direction. And then shortly after that, the Mustang in front of me just slammed on their brakes and turned right. So, again, with that Defender, something about protecting yourself. So the motorcycle that was behind me had the big windscreen on it, and he was all suited up, had the helmet, of course, thank goodness. And something about a sense of protecting yourself, preparing yourself for these strong winds. And as that was coming through, this gust came through, and I mean, I had to kind of fight just to keep my hands on the wheel. And I saw him do this in the background too. So something about these gusts coming in, maybe these are gusts from the past feelings of running. We'll get more into that. I just saw 617 on the timer. Then I put down my window because it was a little bit warm in here, and I hear a man say, "Fighter Jet Gray." And I thought, wow, how weird that I just happened to do that at that time, and I hear Fighter Jet. Again, with all of this Defender, okay? Now, the when I was hearing about the gusts, I heard trying to throw you off course. And that led me back to this Britney Spears song, "Oops, I Did It Again." So there might be some sort of a cycle in your life that you're recognizing, and you're like, oh my gosh, I did that. What does that song say? I made you believe we're more than just friends. Oh my, I don't know if you heard that. The wind gust, whew, it is strong today. And then Cry For Me, The Weeknd. Maybe there's something about weekends that in a past time of your life has felt lonely and led you to actions that you used to do. Maybe you're becoming aware of this. Or if you are interacting with someone new, perhaps it's their energy. We'll have to ask these questions. And then as far as motorcycles, so something that started coming up for me last week was about flying pigs, and that saying of, well, that'll happen when pigs fly kind of energy. And then I went through this time period that was very magical, and like only when pigs fly would this happen, and it happened. Everything I went to do worked out perfectly, magically, divinely. And that happened again when I was getting gas. And I was thinking, okay, I want to get $25 worth of gas. I just want enough to get me through everything I'm doing. And I was kind of on a time restraint. And so I thought that's what I want. And I clicked it, and it stopped at exactly 25. So there's something about what you ask for. When you're so connected to the divine, you get what you want when you want it. Like magic. It seems very magical. So then as I pulled up here and parked, there was a lady, I swear it looked like she could have stepped out of the 60s. It's just, I don't know what it is. Oh, and I'm also seeing a motorcycle with a sidecar. So she had on these goggles. She had on like a riding hat, and a scarf around her neck, like you would see from old flight movies or old movies where people rode motorcycles. It was just the way, I guess, they dressed for protection. So, protection. This is so interesting. So, I felt like the ancestors were here bringing a message. So I pulled out the Crow's deck, and when I shuffled, immediately one card came out and slid right in between my seat and the console. And the card is abundance. So it feels like protecting your abundant future, protecting your, I just heard, innocence. Lots of bikes pulling up at the moment. Hopefully that isn't too loud for you. And then I noticed on the bottom of the deck is goats. So I feel like something from your past is popping up for you to see. Maybe it's blocking or hiding, because it fell in between the seats. It's been hidden from you to protect you. Oh. I just saw 1131 on the timer. So then I also felt called to the Cosmic Records deck. And the first card that came out was Duality. And this says the universe reminds you that emotions and reason are two sides of the same coin. So if your emotions are not balanced, then it may drive you to certain actions that are not serving you. Don't rely solely on one. Balancing both leads to clearer decisions. Embrace the calm of reason while acknowledging the power of the emotion. I feel like that's really important. Embrace the calm of reason while acknowledging the power of the emotion. Okay? And then one other card came out, and it's listen. Your heart is speaking to you, directing you to accomplish something or voice your thoughts. It's time to listen to the wisdom and respond to your inner call with action. 1301. Taking action. All right. Can you tell us what kind of action? I have the Divine Abundance Oracle here. We have faith on the bottom. Acting in faith. Trusting in the path. Trusting in the guidance. The divine wants to give you what you want. What do you want to tell the collective? Oh, darn. Again, in between the seat. Hold, please. Yeah, I have it. I haven't looked at it yet. We're going to look at this together. Let's see. Clearing. Oh my gosh, yes. So this is going along with that reading I just did. It was about clearing space to allow for the new to come in. This says a true offering arises. It becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine to God's. It's such freedom. And we have Ganesha, which I just received a gift this week from a friend who is clearing and rearranging, and she asked me if I would like to have a Ganesha statue, and so she just brought it to me the other day, so I'm so excited over that. All right, so this clearing, you're clearing the path, you're protected. Something was hidden from you, and they want you to know they're clearing the path for your abundance. What else? There's something I feel like it's important to mention that girls on motorcycles, you know, I guess it's commonly thought of men, and definitely something about women. It was the woman who was dressed that way, and then on those 3 bikes that just pulled up, 2 out of the 3 are women. They look like they're all traveling together. Fast women. Need for speed, excitement. Maybe there's a fear that settling down feels more like a trap. We have allowing and outrageous openness. Outrageous. You know, back in the day, it would have been thought outrageous for a woman to be on a motorcycle or driving it herself. Maybe ride, but to drive it, that's outrageous. And now, I mean, what I'm seeing right now is that it's very common, right? So allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. Is there some part of you that feels outrageous? That you're accepting this part about you, this side of yourself, how you've been, maybe understanding why you were that way, so that you can in turn make better choices for yourself. I'm hearing a helicopter. I pray everyone's okay. We are at a helicopter pad. This is where the EMT air vac comes in and lands if they need to take anyone out of the mountains. So they did not land, so hopefully everyone's okay. Outrageous openness. So being open with someone about your past, or someone else being open with you about their past. I wanted to say past, and I said path. Maybe you feel like you're on an outrageous path. This says, dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. So opening up to love. So when you open up to love, when you can freely be open with someone else and they can be freely open with you, it opens you up to that deeper connection within, getting to know someone. Inner power. Knowing your own inner power, your inner strength. And that's a pretty vulnerable thing to do, right? Being that open with someone. Okay. I feel like it's time to close this out. What is the last message? Everybody is just smiling out here so much. Smiling in the wind. So it feels like self-acceptance of something, feeling free to be you, feeling free to be open, radical, outrageous, like the Mustang just riding free through the hills and the valleys. Faith. Oh my gosh, that was on the bottom of the deck, right? apparently there's something here it wants to be read. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. That's like the flying pigs, right? That magical time. It's here and waiting for you to just take it. Have faith. All right. That is what I have for you. If anything else comes up, I will come back with another message and I will link them together. Until then, I hope you have a beautiful day. Lead with love.